blankets, whatever. You got kids, love on them a little bit harder. Do whatever you have to do, but do not fall in the hands of the wrong one. Hi guys, DalanaB here. Today I am back with another video, and yes, you guys have already seen this outfit. As this video is pre-recorded, I did do a little bit of batching today, but I wanted to kind of get all of my videos out for you guys, so I'm kind of pre-batching today. So you will see this, and you have seen this in Monday's video, and you also will see this in today's video, which is Talk About It Thursdays. So yeah, guys, this video I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about, because this has kind of been heavy in my heart. I wanted to talk to you guys about how to get over a breakup. Now, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you guys know that I was married and I am divorced. I have been divorced for 2 years now. On paper, we were married for 4, but he and I had known each other, been dating, been best friends since 2008. How to get over a breakup? Well, depending on the amount of time that you put into it, the investment, how long you guys have been together, it takes some time. Now, for me, I still have my moments where I struggle, not with the fact of not being with him, but just not being married. I miss every day, if I'm being honest, I miss every day the unit and the covenant, excuse me, of being married. I miss what it means to have my family under one roof. I miss what it means to have a partner, someone that I can call and bug all day, because that's what I used to do. I used to call and bug him all day, or text him or email him or whatever all day. I miss having that intimacy, not necessarily sexual, but just the intimacy of like bonding. You know what I mean? Because for me, we didn't just have like a physical or mental type bond or chemistry. We had like a soul bond, like a soul tie, and not in the negative way. But he and I were really, we just had a different kind of relationship with one another. And I miss that. Like, I miss us clowning, you know, I miss us just having a good time and really just enjoying one another and just being with our family and just building and creating things for our children and for us to, and the life that we had. So having said that, again, it's not necessarily missing him, but it's just missing everything that involved, just so happened to involve him, but I miss those elements, if that makes sense. Like the whole, like I said, being married, being in one house, and you know, just being in relationship. Now, I take it one day at a time, because most days are, you know, better than others. Some days I don't really think about it as much as other days. You know how you'll kind of see something on TV and it's like, dang, that used to be me, or, you know, I miss that, or I want that. That's kind of what that is. Not necessarily the person, but just the overall aspect of what that person stood for, of what you miss, if that makes sense. So yeah, how do you get over that? You take it one day at a time. You don't be too hard on yourself. If you miss them, or if you miss that dynamic, it's okay. Feel what you need to feel, go through what you need to go through, and feel those moments. Have those moments if you want to. One thing that a lot of people do that I don't do is, when you break up with someone, they automatically connect themselves or attach themselves, or they cling to somebody else. I've always thought that was weird. I've always thought that, I'm not going to say it was unnatural, but I've always just felt like that's not how that should go. Now, that's just for me. I can't speak for other people. I just can't. But for me, I'm not one to jump out of one relationship and then jump into another. Now, there's nothing wrong with, you know, dating and having friends and things of that nature, if that's what you want. But to get out of one relationship and then automatically jump into another one, I just feel like you need to give yourself time. Time to heal, time to kind of be by yourself, time to figure out what it is that you like, that you don't like, figure out the things that your last relationship didn't make it through, are those things that, you know, you are willing to fight through the next time. You also have to figure out, while you're single, what you are and will not tolerate, what you will and will not put up with. You know, what are your deal breakers? What are the things you like? What are the things that you don't like? What are the things that are like, okay, I can maybe deal with this, and then something is just like, no, I'm not going to deal with it. Like, you have to know yourself, and I think that in between those times will help you. That's a part of kind of getting over a breakup, not attaching yourself to somebody else, because at that point you're just going to take those habits into your new relationship. Now, what I will say is, having someone there kind of helps you to take your mind off of the other person. So having someone to talk to is fine. Again, I can't tell you how to do it. This is just my advice on how I got over a breakup and how I'm getting over a breakup. I just, I have friends, I date, if that's what you want to call it. I've had people that I've entertained, but they don't last because, again, I've taken the time to get to know myself. I've taken the time to say, okay, I don't like this. I've taken the time to understand and know what red flags are and to not ignore them. I think a big thing with getting over a breakup is to understand that there were red flags and we always see them. We always see them, but we choose to ignore them. During that time when you're getting over this breakup, you need to really hound or like zone in on those red flags and figure out why they're red flags for you, and if these are red flags that, you kind of want to, I'm not going to say entertain, but tolerate moving forward. Like, I just think that, people need to really take time out to see where they could have gone wrong in a relationship. Also, don't even focus so much on a relationship. I personally believe that you should focus on yourself. Date yourself if you have to. Have fun with yourself. Do things by yourself. You have to first get comfortable being by yourself before you can be with someone else. I'm a firm believer in you have to be whole and one with yourself before you can be a part of anybody else. Because you can't go into a relationship as a part of you. You're not a part. You're a whole. You're a whole being. You're a whole body. So if you're not whole within yourself, there's no way that you're gonna be successful with someone else, because you're going to be leaning on them to make you happy. You have to first make yourself happy. If you're not happy by yourself, you're not going to be happy anywhere else. Nobody else has control over your happiness. I know that we think that they do, and it's always great to have someone that makes you happy, but to hold your happiness, if you're looking for that in someone outside of yourself, it's time to reevaluate. And that's how, for me, a part of how you get over a breakup is really focusing on yourself, being selfish. Like, you have to be selfish. You really do. I'm like right now I tell people, listen, I'm being very selfish. I'm doing what I want to do, how I want to do it, and I'm giving you the choice on if you want to entertain it, stick around, or whatever. If not, cool. If you do, but no, this is what you're going to get. I am not giving you more than what I'm telling you right now. I'm going to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it. No, I'm not going to hurt your feelings in the process, not intentionally, but that's why I'm letting you know up front what you can expect from me. And it's not going to be much, simply because I'm in a state of, I'm enjoying me. I like being by myself, but I also like to have the company of others, but I don't need it. Does that make sense? Because I've gotten so comfortable with being by myself. Not saying that this is where I want to be forever, but for right now, because I was in a relationship for all of my 20s, had children, got married, divorced, all of that. So now I'm kind of like, okay, I'm 31. Let me just fall back and do all the things that I didn't do in my 20s because I was attached to somebody else. You see what I'm saying? So it is not about anybody else. When you're going through a breakup, for me, it's not about anybody else. It's about me, my feelings, what I need, what I want my future to look like, what I want my future partner to look like, my future spouse to look like. Like, I'm figuring out all of those things right now, so that when that time comes, I'll know what it is that I want. I'm not looking for anything. I pray heavily that when God sends me the man that's for me, I will know. I will be ready. I'm praying that he gets my heart, mind, mouth, because listen, attitude, all of that, ready for this man, and for this man to be ready for all of what it entails with me. Because there are going to be things that may be triggers for me. You know what I mean? There's going to be things that I may not have resolved all the way. There are going to be things that we're going to have to work through. I don't trust people. I don't. I'm working on it, and trust is something that you work on, but it's kind of like on the job training. Like, you won't know how to deal with it until you get into that situation. So I don't trust people. I don't rely on people for anything. Like, I don't depend on anybody. And those are things that I'm going to have to work through if I'm trying to have a partner. So and being able to recognize that, you know what I mean? That's a part of getting over a breakup and kind of work through it, you have to recognize the red flags in you. Because to someone else, that could be red flags. We might not see it as such, but that's what those are. Those are red flags. And we have to be able to recognize those in ourselves so that we can work through them. And when someone else brings it to our attention, whenever we do decide to get in a new relationship, we can kind of adjust and we can maneuver through those without them being negatives in your new relationship. I also don't have any tolerance. So I'm trying to learn tolerance while I'm, by myself and whatnot. But I mean, I can tolerate myself, but it's like, do I want to tolerate somebody else? And that's where I am. Like, what am I willing to tolerate? What will I not tolerate? So all of these things are things that you really need to think about when you're in between relationships or getting over a relationship. Try not to jump into another one. That's not the answer. Because you'll notice that a pattern of doing that, it's kind of crazy because it's like you're expecting different results, but you're doing the same thing. That's crazy. If you're doing a problem the same exact way, if you're doing like a math problem the exact same way and the answer is still wrong, then maybe you need to change your strategy at that point. Same thing. Change the dynamics, change the strategy, and focus on you, and then let whomever come into your life and you let them know where you are, and then you guys go do whatever you do, be great together. But yeah, also pray. Y'all know every time I talk about anything, like prayer is heavy in the equation because, listen, I cannot stress this enough. Like, prayer got me through a lot, gets me through a lot. And I will never, ever, ever tell you anything differently, because when I was going through what I was going through, like, I lost my faith for a little bit, but then my faith was the only thing that got me through it because I went through it alone, if that makes sense. So you have to have something that will keep you grounded during this time, because it can go crazy. Let me tell you, it's cold outside. It is cuffing season. You want somebody to cuddle with, and you want that warmth. You want that affection. You want that attention. You want that connection. But baby, look, get you a pillow, a blanket, a heated blanket, throw blankets, whatever. You got kids, love on them a little bit harder. Do whatever you have to do, but do not fall in the hands of the wrong one just because you are lonely. There's one thing to be alone, and then there's another thing to be lonely. Like, being lonely is the cause for desperation. We don't want that. We don't want that. So yeah, guys, I hope that this quick little tidbit on how to get over a breakup and really just focusing on yourself will help you guys for your next relationship, or just for you to get over the breakup, just to kind of focus on yourself. Find a hobby, if it's something that you wanted to do that you couldn't do because this relationship consumed all of your time, now is the time. Find you a hobby, find what makes you happy, find the thing that you're passionate about, find things that are solely about you, and chase them. Chase them as much as you would have chased a partner, okay? Give that all your attention as much as you would have given your partner. I'm telling you, like, self-reflection and what's the word I'm looking for? Self-work is so imperative when you're just in general, but when you are really struggling and going through a breakup, because depending on how the breakup happened, it really can mess with your self-esteem. Like, it really can make you start to question yourself. It can make you start to look at yourself and start like nitpicking at you. You can start saying, well, am I worthy? Or, did I do too much of this? Or did I not do enough of this? Or, was I too much? Or did I complain too much? Whatever. Most times it's not you, unless you're just a butthole. But 9 times out of 10, if you're a decent person and you were good to that person, then it wasn't you. Also with cheating and, people just being abusive and just being nasty to you, like, that is not your fault. So it's time for you to get your self-esteem back. It's time for you to remember who you are, okay? And whose you are, okay? And this is the time. Like, this is the time for you to get your life together for you. Because I guarantee you, believe you me, like they say in the South, believe you me, your boy ass is just right around the corner, okay? Y'all just gotta connect, and you gotta get yourself first. I'm a firm believer, and God is this is where I'm at. I'm a firm believer in God has what he has for us, but he's waiting on us to get ourselves together in order to receive it in the way that he wants us to receive it. Because the last thing you want to do is receive a blessing and you don't even know how to, or you mess it up and then it's gone. But I'm a firm believer in what's for me is for me, regardless of how it gets to me, when it gets to me. I'm not going to lose it. It might come around. I might not be ready, but it's going to circle back. Why? Because it's for me. So just wanted to put that out there, put that out into the universe. And yeah, guys, y'all be great. Take your time. If you're going through a breakup, just know that you are not alone. Write about it, talk about it, feel what you need to feel. Don't let nobody make you think that you're crazy unless you're crazy. But if it's just everyday, feelings and things of that nature, you good. Take your time to get over it, maneuver through it how you need to, because nobody can tell you how to heal but you. Nobody can rush your healing process. Nobody can do that, not even you. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little how to get over a breakup, which turned into a self-help kind of video, but it's all good. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so that you do not miss an upload every single time the videos go up. If you're not following me on social media, please go ahead and follow me at DalanaB_ on Instagram. And until next time, bye.